Apa isqueira que se musa. So a couple of years back, I found this map. I was just studying about gender in other languages, and I found out that Basque has animate-inanimate distinction, which at first I thought, nah, that's not true. That's not the case. But then I looked into it, and yeah, it is. So yeah, it is true that Basque doesn't have feminine and masculine. Like things don't have gender. Like trees, in Spanish, in a lot of Indo-European languages, you will say el árbol, and you also will say la campa, feminine. But in Basque, it's just non-binary. But yeah, there is binarism in Basque. I'm sorry. Yeah, say I'm sorry. Like a lot of people try to portray the language like noble savages, but no, it's not the case. We have binarism also. In Basque, we have this ika case and also suka case. Suka is the standard thing. Okay, you use it every day, all the time. It's the conjugation of the verbs. It's just the regular conjugation of the verbs. But if you're talking to a close one, to a relative, to a friend, you can use ika. Ika is another set of conjugations. And in these conjugations, you are looking into who you are talking to, if it's a man or a woman. If it's a man, you conjugate things in one way. If it's a woman, it's another way. You say things like arboladek, arboladen. So yeah, that's the binarism for Basque. It's not really common to use it. I don't even master it. I don't even speak it well, Ika. I only use it like if I'm in a conversation with a close friend, we are talking Suka, but then we can put some phrases, some short phrases that we know in Ika. Like I say some complex thing, and then I say Sartaren Yais, like in Ika. But it's because I know some of them. I know the basics. So yeah, that's binarism for Basque. It's hard to grasp. You are starting with this, don't get into this, okay? Leave it for later. First master the suka, like the formal second person, and everyone uses it. Yeah, in this case, I've been thinking about parallels to this thing. The closest thing I can remember of it's like Japanese. Japanese also use a similar mechanic where you have conjugations, like desu, you all know this one. So desu you can use da in certain social situations. Or you can use orre, but you won't use orre when talking to, to a woman, for example, or in public spaces, in public life. Yeah, but it's not really the same case. In Japanese, it's just rude if you use it incorrectly. In Basque, it can be rude, but also grammatically incorrect. But they both are similar in that they recognize that binarism is something you acknowledge in privacy, when someone is close to you. And you can speak like that. Two Japanese men speaking, they can speak like this. Two men, two Basque men, they can also speak like this. But you won't use it with the same person when you are like working, for example, in a serious situation. Okay, so animate, inanimate things. We are talking about location mostly. Where you are going to, what direction are you receiving things from, where have you been? It's a location thing. So right now I'm in the forest, so I'm gonna say basoan nago, basora noa, basotik nator. But if I'm talking about something animate like my friends, I say lagunengan aurkitu dot lasaitasuna, lagunengandik jaso dot hau, lagunengana noa, because they are animate. Trees stay here, they are standing still, they are gonna be here for a while, but people, animals, they are mostly moving around. So where's the divide? Yeah, of course, rock are inanimate. Of course, people are animate. Animals, dogs are animate. It's mostly about what you mean. Like, if you mean you found solace in your dog, you say nere txakurragan. But if you say your dog ate your key, you say giltzane txakurran dago. Yeah, it's more about, to be honest, it's more about like soul. It's the divide between ensouled and not souled. But yeah, if we get into that, then we have to make a debate for theology and oh no. So I've been asked if yeast is animate or inanimate. I will say mostly inanimate. And also, it doesn't really matter because there's no location with yeast. You are not going to it, you are not receiving something from it. Yeah. But this also leaves some playground, like if you want to write a poem, or if you lost your mind, you can say basoengandik jasodot mezu hau, basoengana noa, mendiengana noa. But yeah, that's to put personification in things. If you are starting to learn Basque, you really don't need none of this, okay? You won't use any of this anytime soon. You can get by without it easily. Also, people normally can use the inanimate suffixes with animate things, but not the other way around, okay? Like lagunetan dago, lagunetatik, yeah. And also, if you are starting to learn, I appreciate your determination and go for it. Hurrengo arte, aio,